All right, good evening and welcome to Friday Night Lights. We're on the road here in Anaconda, Montana, as the Vikings take on the Copperheads. Friday Night Lights here. Kind of cloudy. They were called for rain earlier, so it looks like it's going to hold off the beginning part of this game. Maybe later on we'll get rain down here. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows, here from Anaconda, Montana, as the Vikings get ready to take on the Copperheads. Pre-game brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. What's keep you from getting fit? Discounted guest passes, personal training, Pilates, 850 Holt Drive in Bigfork, Montana, 837-2582. Hey, had a chance to sit down and talk with the head coach, Jim Benn, before the game for a brief conversation with him on pregame, and just talking about last week's game against Thompson Falls and what they're going to do tonight against Anaconda. And this is what Coach Benn had to say. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Friday Night Lights. Vikings on the road here in Anaconda to take on the Copperheads. Pre-game, and here along with the head coach of the Vikings, Jim Benn. And welcome to Friday Night Lights here in Anaconda, Coach.
How's it going?
Good. Nice trip down. Getting ready to play Anaconda. But let's talk about last weekend on the road again. It seems like you guys are road warriors except for one game at home. But you had to travel to Thompson Falls. Thompson Falls back in from 8-man and into 11-man, and how you guys just really execute 65-6 in that ball game in Thompson Falls last Friday night.
Yeah, the 65 was a little bit more on their end than ours. You know, they kind of did some things that were questionable as far as play calls that put us in really good field position where, you know, if they'd have just punted it away, we could have bled the clock down more and not scored as many points. Not what we want to do on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I know, and I appreciate that about you guys, coach, and your coaching staff. You don't need to run it up against them, but yeah, you're right. You know, going forward on fourth down and down in your own territory rather than putting it away and you guys running clock. But overall, I thought you guys executed well. You're missing your regular kicker, so Hurd had to really step up, kick off, and then made all his extra points, 9 of them, and then did a great job, very efficient at quarterback.
Yeah, we had a nice night. You know, when you're 5 of 6, I think, or we're 6 or 7, something like that for the night throwing the ball. You know, got to spread the ball around to get some young guys some touchdowns, and that's always a good thing.
Well, it looks like a lot of Thorness got in on the action. I thought Wyatt Johnson did a great job on that. I don't know if that was a play call or if that was just a high snap, and he rolled out and he found Walker in the corner for the touchdown.
It was just a bad snap. Again, trying to be nice and kick a field goal, and they bring 11, and high snap. Nick and the other guy were standing alone in the end zone all by themselves.
Well, yeah, and looking at that, yeah, I know you're trying to kick a field goal there, but it was just a smart play on Wyatt Johnson's, so you see that if that happens against other teams then going down the road. So, great ball game. On the road, Thompson Falls getting used to 11-man. Although I thought they had some skill at certain areas where they could be a tough team for some of these other teams in our conference.
Yeah, they're a very athletic team. More of the issue is them getting lined up in the right offense or defense, and just some things along those lines.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit different with them going and running. 2 different quarterbacks, so that could be confusing. We had the throwing guy and then a guy that was running, so that kind of getting used to that, maybe that's tough on a team as well. So, let's talk about tonight's game. Taking on Anaconda. They beat Conrad just like you guys did. Going with that, talk about tonight's game. What are you looking forward to do against this team to keep things going for your Bigfork?
We just need to start fast and execute our offense. Make sure we're lining up the right way on defense. Working on our coverage against these spread teams that we're going to be seeing over the next few weeks.
It looks like you got Alfred back tonight to kick off.
Yep, he had a little stomach flu last week, so he'll kick off again and punt.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened to him, and then somebody finally messaged me and said, yeah, he was out sick, so then I could tell people on the radio what was going on. So I know you got things to do, and I will let you go. Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, that was head coach Jim Benn of the Vikings on the pregame show. Again, brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club here in Anaconda, Montana. 406-270-7384. Let me know if you're listening out there. Looks like I already got one. Maybe? No. And we should be on the air. I know Jack Grenier should be listening. So, pregame all done, and we'll get ready as the Copperheads 1-3 on the season. They took care of Conrad just like the Vikings did over there. So, common opponent for both Bigfork and Conrad, and the Copperheads against Conrad. We'll take a look at the starting lineups. First of all, starting lineups brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. And they are starting offense here. They're getting ready to do the national anthem. Maybe I'll wait till after they do the anthem here. Now we still got 3 minutes to go. So anyway, I'll give you a starting offense for the Anaconda Copperheads. And at our wide receiver, a 5'4", 115-pound senior, number 1, Nathan Bodnick. The tight end, he's a 5'10", 145-pound junior, number 3, Cole Sampson. The quarterback at 5'8", 165, a junior, number 7, Corey Golly. Running back, a 175, 6'1", senior, number 10, Tommy Sawyer. Wide receiver, senior, 180 pounds, 5'11", number 11, Gabe Golly. And then a freshman running back, 5'6", 160 pounds, number 16, Brody Golly. So a lot of Gollies playing tonight. I got his dad over here, their dad over here in the booth as well. On the offensive line, a 5'10", 165-pound junior, number 52, Robert Warham. Also on the O-line, 5'11", 230, junior.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mitchell Stadium for tonight's contest.
Number 56, Tanner McDonald. A 5'10", 205-pound junior offensive lineman of 57, Riley Kriskovich. At offensive line, 240-pound, 6-foot junior, number 65, Bridger Johnston. And then number 67 is Landon Carlisle, a 5'8", 185-pound freshman offensive lineman. All right, anthem played by the Anaconda Copperheads High School Pep Band. He's head coach for the Copperheads, Riley Schnell. This is by Matt King Jared Chalk, and Kelly Crum. Take a look at the starting lineup and the starting defense for your Vikings. At nose tackle, a 6'5", 245 pounds
With the Bigfork Vikings
senior, number 66, Ethan Rodriguez. At defensive end, one defensive end, 5'11", 220 pounds, senior, number 51, defensive end. The other defensive end, a 6'5", 215 pounds, senior, number 6, that's Nick Walker.
number 6, Nick Walker.
The linebackers, a 5'11", 220 pounds, senior, linebacker number 53, Abe Oakes.
Isaac Epperly.
Another middle linebacker for the Vikings is a 6'4", 200 pounds, senior, number 10, Bryce Gilliard. Also at linebacker, a 5'10", 175 pound senior, number 2, Jackson Nelson. And a 5'11", 175 pound junior linebacker, number 3, Wyatt Johnson. Taking a look at the corners,
A linebacker, number 30.
we'll look at 6'2", 175 pound senior cornerback, number 9, Isaac Epperly. The other cornerback is a junior at 180 pounds, 6'2", number 23, Cole Kanopic. And then the safeties, a 70 pound, 5'11", senior, number 11, Landon Byerman. And then finally, at safety, 190 pound, 5'11", senior, number 34, Joseph Ferrier.
The Vikings are coached by Jim Ben, assisted by Adam Jork, Connor Coleman, Trevor Reen, and Jaron West.
So, head coach Jim Bent, assisted by Adam Jork, Connor Coleman, Ed Buttry, Eric Thornus, Tristan Clark, Trevor Rim, and Jaron West. That's your starting lineups. Again, brought to you by Averill's Flathead Lake Lodge, where they proudly supported Bigfork Athletics since 1945. 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know if you're listening out there or on BFSD events. You can message me, and I'll get that. We got number 22, Alfred, who was in this last game a little sick last week, so he's back be kicking tonight instead of Tristan Hurd. So that'll be a break for our quarterback Hurd tonight. So they're introducing the Copperheads right now. We'll deal the coin captains and coin flip, and Bigfork lining up those guys, and we'll find out who wins the toss and who will receive. Once again, glad to be here with you on the road. Last road game of the season, as the Vikings will head home next week with homecoming. And the last 3 ball games will be at home. Loyola next week for Friday night, homecoming. Then the following Friday will be Florence, the Falcons. And then finally wrapping up the regular season against the Eureka Lions on senior night, going on in Bigfork.
A junior, number 57.
So,
offensive lineman Riley Kriskovich.
Finish up the starting lineups, and then we'll stay right here. And again, the Vikes 4-0 on the season.
Offensive lineman, number
After
65,
a big win to start the
Richard
season, obviously
Johnson.
against Jefferson down there, and then heading
And
to
at center,
Conrad,
a
taking care of them, then Cut Bank at home, and then last week at Thompson Falls, and then Anaconda. Here tonight, last game on the road, as they head home next week again. It'll be homecoming, so hope you guys all come out to support the Vikings on homecoming night. Also, just to let you know, before we do the coin toss, I will be on the road tomorrow in Thompson Falls as the unbeaten Bigfork Valkyries volleyball team takes on the Thompson Falls Lady Blue Hawks, or the Hawks from Thompson Falls. Scheduled for first serve about 4 o'clock, 3:45. We'll have game time. It might be a little bit early. Sometimes that happens in volleyball, depending on how C team and JV go before when we actually get to start that match. So tune in tomorrow for Bigfork Valkyries volleyball as well. Soccer, I understand soccer will be on the road at Columbia Falls. Big match tomorrow. So number 1, Blodnick. Looks like number 7, Corey Galley. Number 11, number 3, Colin Sampson. Number 11, Gabe Galley. The captains for Anaconda. For Bigfork, Tristan Hurd, Wyatt Johnson, Ethan Rodriguez, And then 10 is Bryce Gilliard for the coin toss. We'll see what goes here. So Bigfork should probably be calling the toss. Usually, wait team, see if they win or lose or decide what to do here, and we'll see who goes on offense first. Again, thanks to my sponsors out there: Bigfork Harvest Foods, Montana Athletic Club, Flathead Lake Lodge, Hanson Excavating, Flathead Mortgage, Gilliard Painting, for sponsorship of Bigfork Vikings football here. Friday Night Lights here from Anaconda, Montana. It looks like Bigfork has won the toss, and they will receive the football to start the ball game. And Anaconda will be kicking off to the Vikes. So get ready for the kickoff here from Anaconda, Montana, the Vikings and the Copperheads. Conference matchup in Western B. Week. All right, Landon Byerman along with number 2 Jackson Nelson to receive for the Vikings, and looks like number 11 for Anaconda, Gabe Golly, to kick off. So the kickoff from the 40. We're underway here. A short kick. Got to go cover that. That ball is live and recovered, knocked out of bounds here on the near side by Alford for Bigfork. They kicked it just over the 40. Goes out of bounds. They'll see where they spot that. It'll be Bigfork football. I'm already into basketball season, man. Messing me up. Looks like they're at the 32-yard line, and 1st and 10 for the Vikes. So Epperly will go out wide to the right. Konopka on the left side wide. Tristan Hurd will be in the shotgun with Ferrier on his left side. On the right side, tight end. You're going to set the ball in the middle of the field. Gilliard on the right side, and on the wing is Nick Walker on the left side. Here we're underway. 1st and 10 from the 32 from Anaconda. Walker in motion. Goes over to the right side. Snap by Hurd. Looking. He's going to put it up early. He's got a man down the field, down the middle, and he overthrows him right up the seam. It looks like Nelson is either 2 or 6, and I'll catch the number. Hurd's passing. Flag on the far side. That was intended for Nick Walker right up the seam and overthrows him. And a penalty against Anaconda.
Penalty on the Copperheads.
Yeah, offsides. They must have lined up in the neutral zone. It'll be a break for Bigfork. So it'll remain 1st down and 1st and 5 for the Vikes. They'll move it out to the 37-yard line here. Hurd will go in shotgun. Receivers on either side. Motion goes Walker. Throws it out. Screen out to Gilliard. Gilliard across the 40. He's out near the 50, about the 48-yard line. And a flag on the near side. Sampson on the tackle for Anaconda. Let's see what the flag is.
False start.
False start on Bigfork, so they'll just go back to where original line of scrimmage, back of the 32, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings here.
Again, 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
So we'll just like start all over here, it looks like. Looks like Anaconda is in their 4-4-3 defense. And Hurd will go in shotgun formation. Right side running back. Twins out to the right side. Hurd rolling out to the right, looking. He's got a man deep, throws it underneath the Canopic off his hands and falls incomplete to Cole. Can't quite hang on to it at the 36. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Bigfork. So they'll bring it out. They'll put Canopic out to the right side. Epperly will go left side. Walker on the left wing. Hurd, shotgun formation. Walker goes in motion. Hurd looking to roll. He's got a man deep. Throws it over the middle underneath guy. He throws it to Epperly at about the 40-yard line. He gets across to about the 41. It'll be slightly short of the first down. They're going to mark it the 41. So short by 1 yard. Should be 3rd and 1 from the 41. They got to get out to the 42. So 3rd and 1. Hurd by himself. 2 receivers in the left. Ferry will go in motion. Hurd looking, rolling. Finds a guy over the middle. Screen, nice setup. Gives it over to Nick Walker. Nick Walker out inside, down to the 40. He's down to the 30, up the right sideline, 20. 10, and knocked out of bounds inside the 10 on the far side.
Big gain for the Vikings, pushed out by Brody Galley.
Brody Galley on the tackle. Pushes him out of bounds. Looks like they have it at about the 6-yard line. So a nice screen set up to Nick Walker. Takes it all the way down to the 6. It'll be 1st and goal for the Vikes. Here with 10:43, no score here in the first quarter. Hurd, shotgun formation, 2 receivers out to the left. Hurd takes a snap, looks, he's rolling out to his left. Got 2 guys underneath. He's looking, throws it late. The back of the end zone, he has Canopic and throws it incomplete.
Ball's incomplete.
Out the back of the end zone. That'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 6 for the Vikes. So a nice screen there from the 41 all the way down to the 6. Hurd will go shotgun formation. Ferrier on his left side. Canopic, Epperly over on the left side. Out wide. Underneath. Fakes it to Ferrier. Ferrier throws it late. And meant for Gilliard right at the goal line. If the pass is on target, he gets the touchdown, but it falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6. So 53 yards on that reception on that screen to Nick Walker earlier. Down to the 6-yard line. No score on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. And Hurd, shotgun formation, Ferrier, left side. Epperly, Canopic, out wide to the left. Finally, hands off to Ferrier. Ferrier up the right side. Nice blocking up front, and Ferrier gets in for the touchdown for Bigfork. With 10:27 to go here in the first quarter. And Hurd for the extra point try. Gilliard to snap. Johnson to put it down for the Vikings. So Hurd gets it down to Johnson. Hurd's kick is up and good. He was 9 for 9 last week against Thompson Falls, and I don't think he kicking it has missed a extra point all season. So So 10:27 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikes lead 7-0 on your Hanson Excavating scoreboard. We're back with a kickoff here from Anaconda, Montana. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to Anaconda. And Alfred back. He sick last week, but he'll be doing the kicking. So a break for Hurd, 22. Troy Alford, a 6'3", 180-pound senior, getting ready to kick for Bigfork from his own 40. Number 1, Nathan Blodnick. And number 11, Gabe Galley back deep to receive for Anaconda. Back about their 10-yard line, and Alford to kick for the Vikings. Kicks it nice and deep, about the 18-yard line. Blodnick outside and tackled out of bounds. That's Tyler Wickwire on the tackle. He takes him out of bounds, and they'll spot it at the 32. So 1st and 10 for Anaconda from their own 32. The Vikings start at the 32. They start at the 32. That's only fair, I think. So they'll go shotgun formation. They'll run doubles, 2 receivers on each side. Single setback in the backfield. Going to throw it out to the screen, out to the left side. Right there, Landon Byerman there to grab him.
Corey Galley's pass complete.
And
Gabe Galley
completes out to Gabe Galley, 11 from Corey Galley. Takes it up to the 33, a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Landon Byerman in on the tackle for the Vikings. And Epperly, the other one, in on the tackle for the Vikes. Again, they'll go doubles. Single setback next to the quarterback, Galley, in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Anaconda. Looks like they're looking to throw. Throws it out here. There's 3 Vikings right there, led by Gilliard, number 10. Gilliard takes him down as the pass is complete out number 10, Tommy Sawyer. He'll lose all the way back to the 28-yard line. So loses 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 14 from the 28. So Gilliard reading that all the way from his middle linebacker spot, comes in and was there just about time the pass got there. It takes him down instantly. Again, doubles, 2 receivers each side. And Gottlieb will go in shotgun formation. Looking to throw it deep. Out there is Epperly. Epperly knocks it away. That pass intended for number 11, Gabe Galley. And Epperly knocks it away. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 14. And Epperly and Jackson Nelson will go back deep to receive for the Vikings. And see, it looks like number 10 punting. That's Tommy Sawyer for Anaconda. He's all the way back inside the 15 to receive the snap. Epperly inside his 40. Jackson about the 35 to receive the punt from Anaconda. Snap is good. Up. Kicks it, a low kick. Epperly looking to grab it. He's just going to let it roll. And touchdown there by Nathan Blodnick at about the 33-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Vikes from their own 33. Well, they started at 32 last time. This time the 33. And 8:38 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikings up 7-0 on your Flathead Mortgage scoreboard. Mortgage lender in Bigfork, 8000 Montana Highway 35, Bigfork. Scott Richner, 406-253-3929. Quickly, the Vikings come out. Kanopic, Epperly, out to the right side. Hurd in shotgun formation. Snap. And Hurd looking to throw it. Looking to throw it deep. Wings it out there. He's got, nice adjustment by Bigfork. That's Gilliard. Gilliard comes over the top of Anaconda at about the 20-yard line, runs it into the end zone for the touchdown. There was like two defenders, and Epperly along with Gilliard were right there, and Gilliard comes back and grabs it. Flag is thrown in the end zone. Probably a little extracurricular activity afterwards as Gilliard goes in and scores the touchdown. So 67 yards on the scoring toss from Hurd to Gilliard. I can't tell if that's a late hit or unsportsman. Unsportsman, a late hit in the end zone to Gilliard. I didn't catch the number on that. That lamp is in the way. Got to stand up down here, but that should be enforced on the kickoff. Personal foul. Okay, it's a personal foul is the signal coming. So that'll be enforced on the kickoff. Hurd will come in for the extra point try. Wyatt Johnson to put it down. Gilliard, who just caught the touchdown, to snap it. Gets it down to Johnson. Kick up. That looked good from here. It is right down the middle by Tristan Hurd. And 8:22 to go here in the first quarter. The Vikes up 14-0 on your Flathead Mortgage scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. I'll be back with more of the first quarter momentarily. So we're back here in Anaconda. The personal foul will be assessed. Instead of kicking off our own 40, we'll kick out at the 45-yard line of Anaconda. That's Troy Alford to kick off for the Vikings. And Anaconda is going to go back to about their 5. And I'm going to predict this one's going to go in the end zone on the kick with that extra 15 yards off the leg of Alford. It looks like Blodnick, I think, is it Sawyer or Golly back deep to receive? Golly back deep to receive. Yep, Alford kicks it through a field goal. They don't count it, though. He kicked it right through the uprights from 45 yards out. So he's got a little bit of a leg there, does Troy Alford. So it'll be Anaconda football at their own 20 here. And 1st and 10 for the Copperheads. 8:22 to go. On your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, the Vikes up early by 2 touchdowns, 14-0. Copperheads will send single receivers out each side. Pro formation shotgun. 2 running backs. Golly, going to toss it out wide to the right and knocked out of bounds by Jackson Nelson is Nathan Blodnick on the toss from Golly. He'll pick up a couple on the play, so 2nd and 8 as he takes it out to the 22.
Jackson Nelson on the tackle for the Vikings.
So 2nd and 8 here. Nice evening. Clouds, they're calling for rain. Hopefully that holds off. And a nice night here in Anaconda. They'll run doubles again. 2 receivers each side. Single setback behind the quarterback. Motion. And spinning out of it. Not going to go anywhere.
Tommy Sawyer, the ball carrier.
Jackson Nelson. No, check that. Nick Walker in on the tackle. along with 51,
Third and 10 for the
Manny Baldy, is Sawyer on the carry. And he'll lose 3, so all the way, or check that, he'll lose 2 back to the real line of scrimmage. It's marked at the 20. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. So 3rd and 10, they'll send trips out to the left side, a single receiver on the right side. Golly, shotgun formation. Single setback next to him on his left side. Bigfork rushing in. He's got him. Sacks him. And who was that? That's Jackson, or Nick Walker. Yep, Nick Walker from his defensive end position. Sacks him all the way back at the 9. They got to get out to the 30. My math says 4th and 21. So 4th and 21, and they'll punt. As Sawyer to kick in his end zone. Epperly and Nelson back about the 45 of Anaconda to receive. Kicks it over to the right side. A little bit of a roll for Anaconda inside the 40 at about the 37-yard line of Anaconda. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes from the Copperheads 37-yard line here in the first quarter. With 6:43 to go, it'll be 1st and 10 Vikes at the, check that, 37-yard line. Well, the Vikes will go in trips out to the right side. Konopka way out wide, right? In the slot, it's Epperly. And then Ferrier on the wing is Nelson. And Hurd will go in shotgun formation. Or check that, Wyatt Johnson on the wing for Bigfork. On the wide side is trip. Motion goes Ferrier. Ferrier fakes a handoff to Ferrier. Hurd throws it out wide to the right side. Looks like to Johnston. Johnson breaks a tackle up the sideline.
Third pass complete to Johnson.
Looks like loving Gabe Golly in on the tackle inside the 30.
Gain of about 9 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 1.
They'll take it down to the 28. So pickup of 9. It's 2nd and 1 for the Vikes. Hurd, shotgun formation. On his left side is Ferrier. 3 receivers tight in trip formation over on the right side. Looking, throws. Epperly's got a man deep. Oh, broken up in the end zone by Blodnick.
Hurd's pass falls incomplete.
Epperly on the toss, throwing the football. So the wide receiver throw as Hurd tosses it to him.
Tommy Sawyer.
I think it was Johnson on the other end.
1 for the Vikings.
So 3rd and 1, taking a chance there with only 1 yard to go. Hurd will go shotgun formation. Ferry to his left side. Head to Hurd. Hurd's going to run up the right side. He's down inside the 30. Keeps pushing inside the 20, inside the 15. I think about the 13 they're going to mark it. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 13-yard line.
On the tackle for the Heads.
57, Riley Kriskovich in on the tackle for Anaconda. Check that. They'll mark it at, spotted at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 14 for the Vikes. Shotgun formation. Hurd. Here's a little counter play right up the middle. And down near the goal line. Tackled short. Looks like Wyatt Johnson on the carry.
Johnson, the ball carrier for the Vikings. Blodnick on the tackle.
Blodnick on the tackle for Anaconda. Ferrier right next to Hurd in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Looking. He's going to roll out to his right. Hurd going to roll. Throws it late. And he hits
Hurd's pass.
Epperly as Epperly runs the little drag route from the far side all the way over. and complete for the touchdown from Tristan Hurd. That'll bring Hurd will stay on for the extra point try. Snap down. Johnson puts it down. Kick is up. And Hurd right down the middle for the Vikings. So 5:02 to go here in the first quarter. And the Vikings lead 21-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. Again, 406-270-7384. Text me, let you know that you're listening out there. I'll be back with the kickoff here in the first quarter as the Vikes leads 21-0. All right, Alford. This time he has to kick off from his own 40. And Gabe Galley and Nathan Blodden it back deep at about their 10-yard line to receive the kick of Troy Alford for Bigfork. Here's the kick, deep, all the way back inside the 10 at about the 6. Bring it up the right side, nowhere to go. Oh, finally wrestled down there by number 21 for the Vikes. That's Malachi Comley on the tackle at about the 21-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Anaconda at their own 21. Galley, shotgun formation. Split backs on either side. Receiver on left and right side. Snap. Galley looking to throw. Quickly in there. Fumble! But looks like recovered by Anaconda. Walker in there quickly, causing the fumble. So Thornus there to as Anaconda covers it up all the way back to the 11. Loss of 10. It'll be 2nd down and 20 for Anaconda. So Walker getting in there quickly to Galley and causing a fumble, but recovered by Anaconda. They'll send doubles, 2 receivers each side. Single setback in motion. Galley's pass out quickly. Wyatt Johnson on the tackle as the pass is complete to Gabe Galley. He'll take it out to the 16, picks up 5. It'll be bringing up 3rd and 15 for the Copperheads. So Vikings really quick tonight. Walker doing a great job from his defensive end position. Again, now they'll send trips out to the wide side. Single receiver on the left. Or right, excuse me. Trips to the left. Shotgun formation. Going to throw it out there quickly. Underneath. Incomplete. Jackson Nelson nearly trying to jump that route. Ball thrown short. And falls incomplete. And Epperly and Nelson will go back inside the 50 to receive the kick. Tommy Sawyer back in punt formation for Anaconda. 4th and 15. Snap. Gets the kickoff. That's a little better kick right there. Epperly take it at the 47-yard line, can take it straight up the field, and grabbed right there immediately by number 55. Tanner McDonald on the tackle. Epperly takes it down to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the Copperhead 37-yard line with 3:08 to go here in quarter number 1. Konopkic goes out wide right. In the slot over there, it's Epperly. Isaac. Shotgun formation for Hurd. Single receiver on the right side of him. Hurd. Looking. Throws right over the middle. Konopkic catches the ball. Tackled there by Nathan Blodnick inside the 25, down to the 21. And a nice throw by Hurd. Looking to throw it deep, throws it over the middle as Konopkic comes open from his wide receiver spot. He ran a down and in from the wide side and just sat down in the middle. All the way down to the 21, 1st and 10 for Bigfork. And a nice pass from Hurd. They'll stay in shotgun formation. Nelson on his left side. Epperly and Konopkic out wide to the left. Johnson on the wing, on the right side. Hurd looking. Oh, he's going to throw it late. He's got Epperly in the corner of the end zone. Catches the ball. Touchdown, Vikings. And a nice pass from Hurd. 21 yards to the back left corner of the end zone. Epperly jumps up, grabs it, gets his feet in bounds for the touchdown. Well, it looks like the Vikings been running all season. Now they're, getting Hurd coming out, throwing the ball tonight. Hurd off for the extra point try. Johnson to put it down, and Gilliard on the snap. Snap right to Johnson. Nice snap. Kick up and through by Hurd. 2:17 to go here in the first quarter, and the Vikings lead 28-0 over the Copperheads on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. I'll be back with the rest of the first quarter of the ball game here from Anaconda. All right, Alford to kick off. It's Golly and Blodnick back deep at the 10-yard line to receive the kick of Troy Alford for Bigfork from his own 40 here in the first quarter. Kick is deep. He booms this one over the head. That one's going to go into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Yeah, bring it out to the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads at their own 20-yard line. With 2:17 to go here in the first quarter. Vikings running their 3-4-4 defense. So 3 down linemen, nose tackle Rodriguez, and then the 2 DNs, Yildiz, that's Baldy, and Walker, and 4 linebackers and 4 defensive backs. And they'll come out, receiver on each side, split backs right next to Golly, shotgun formation. Looking. Hands it off. Looks like Blodnick on the carry. In on the tackle, number 10, Bryce Gilliard.
Gilliard on the tackle. We'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Heads.
And takes it out to the 23-yard line. That'll pick up a 3 and 2nd down and 7 for the Copperheads. One receiver out wide right, one out to the left side. Same formation, shotgun formation, split backs on either side of Golly. Flag flies. And seems that's going to be on Bigfork. I can't tell. One of our guys jumped, and don't know if he was drawn off. We'll see the signal coming from the referee. Yeah, it is against Bigfork. Defensive encroachment. They jumped early. That'll be 5-yard penalty. And that'll bring up second down still. It'll be 2nd down and 2 at the 28-yard line for Anaconda. Receiver on either side. Split backs. Golly. Shotgun formation. Snap. Hands it. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it. And tackled there on the far side. Number 3 looks like Wyatt Johnson on the tackle. Number 3 for Bigfork on the keeper by Golly. No gain. Maybe lost a yard. We'll come back to the 27. It's a long 2, maybe 3 yards on 3rd down for Anaconda. Split backs. Shotgun formation for Golly. Receiver on each side. The snap. Hands it off. Goes right up the middle. That'll be enough for a 1st down. Sawyer on the carry. Crosses the 30. Out to about the 32. We'll see who gets up the bottom of the pile for Bigfork. On the far side, that was 51. That's Manny Baldy on the tackle for the Vikings. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads from their own 32-yard line here. Under a minute to go here, the 1st quarter. Shotgun formation, Golly. Split backs on either side. Takes the snap, looking to throw it deep. Cole Konopke right there. And looks like Golly and Konopke feet come entwined, and Golly goes down. Pass sails over his head, incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 10 for Anaconda. Golly out wide right. Other receiver out wide left. Again, shotgun formation. Split backs. Fakes a handoff, pitches it out. Right there is Jackson Nelson on Blodnick. Nelson's helmet comes flying off. So Jackson taking down Blodnick. And Nelson's helmet goes off. He's going to have to go out of the ball game, see what the penalty is. Sacks him all the way back at the 29-yard line. And it looks like a penalty on Anaconda for taking the helmet off of Nelson.
Face mask on the Copperheads.
That's the personal foul variety. That'll be 15 yards. That'll take him all the way back inside to the 14-yard line.
Boy, that'll bring up 2nd and
28.
long for the Heads.
2nd and 28. 14 to 42 is 28.
That's like 2nd and Bigfork. Pretty much.
Got him back trapped. He's going to throw it deep late, which usually is not a good idea. Diving back for it. Flag flies. Sawyer.
Penalties on the play.
Could be a legal man downfield. Usually when they throw late, it'll get a lineman downfield, but we'll see what the call is here. Flag through the middle, and then on the near side. Yep, I called that one. An eligible man down. That usually would have to throw it late. One of the linemen get downfield trying to block. So it falls incomplete. So the Vikings can take it back to the line of scrimmage 14, which would be 3rd and 28, or take the penalty. I think they probably decline this one. An eligible man downfield. He didn't wave it off like they declined it, but that looks like to me, Bigfork's going to decline that penalty, and it'll bring up 3rd and 28 from the 14.
That'll bring up 3rd and 28 for the Heads.
They took it. Yeah.
Oh, check that. My bad. That'll remain 2nd down then. They take it back to the 7-yard line.
As they accepted the penalty.
So 2nd and 35. Throws it out to the right to Sawyer, or check that Galley. And Byerman in on the tackle.
Corey Galley's pass complete to Gabe Galley. Gain of about 8 on the
And
play.
Gilliard. Looks like Byerman and Gilliard in on the tackle.
Byerman on the tackle.
It'll get it out to the 15-yard line, so picks up 8 on the play. So out at the 15. But a flag on the far side, and flags flying tonight. Here, we got one on the far side, the referee talking to the side judge over there. That flag's back at about the 8-yard line on the far side. Oh, he's waving it off, no penalty. They came together, so result of the play will take it out to the 15. It'll bring up 3rd down from the 15-yard line.
For the Heads.
So 3rd and 27. Yeah, it's officials' time there. It should be actually, they got 4th down on the marker. It should be actually 3rd down. That's what I'm thinking, because the penalty took it back to the 7 and made it 2nd down.
Must be fun. Must be fun. They did accept the penalty, so it's a service. Not sure what's going on, but the Copperheads look
4th down.
I guess 4th down.
So Nelson and Epperly back to receive. Punt off the side of the foot. That one's going to go out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of Anaconda.
Goes out of bounds, 36-yard line.
So nobody on the return. 16, Brody Galley looked like he was punting. Try somebody new. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings from Anaconda's 36 as we come back. That's the end of the first quarter. The Vikes lead 28-0 on your Flathead Lake Lodge scoreboard. I'll be back with the rest of the first half from Anaconda, Montana. All right, we're back here in Anaconda. The Vikings up 28-0. We head to the second quarter, and the Vikings will be heading the other way. Oh, Twins. That's 2 receivers out to the right side. Konopka got wide right. Epperly in the slot. Nick Walker on one wing. Over in the far wing, out wide. Actually, we got doubles here for the Vikes. Hurd will be in the backfield by himself in shotgun formation here from the 36. So Hurd looking. Got a man out to the tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Hurts pass tipped by Robert Wareham.
Number 52, Robert Wareham on the tip. Falls incomplete. Bigfork had a man wide out in the flats. And the Vikings will huddle up. Epperly will give the play to Knopick. Knopick will go out wide right. In the slot is Epperly. So doubles, 2 receivers on each side. Hurd, snap, looking, throws it over the middle. Oh, he had Walker wide open on the flag route. Just missed him and falls incomplete inside the 20. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Vikes. So Walker, coming from his wing position, was wide open, and Hurd just missing him. Again, they'll go doubles, 2 receivers on each side. Hurd, shotgun formation by himself. Motion goes Ferrier. Hands it off to Ferrier. Ferrier trying to run out the right side. Ferrier down inside. Jumps back inside the 25, down near the 21. It be first down for the Vikes. Yeah, check that. That'll be a 22 for Bigfork, and 1st and 10 on the complete pass, handoff to Ferrier as he remains in bounds. Nice job by Ferrier. Again, they'll run doubles. Hurd looking, gonna throw it underneath, throws it, zings it in there, and a little bit high for Epperly, it looks like. Yep, incomplete at about the 20. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikes. Well, shout out to those guys at Grizzly Lanes watching on the 55-inch TV and listening as well. They'll run doubles again. 2 receivers on each side. Hurd, shotgun formation. Hurd looking out the left side. Rolls to his right. Throws it late. Got a man wide open. Hits it down to Walker. Walker inside the 10, down near the 5-yard line. Looks like Blodnick along with number 7, Corey Galley, on the tackle right at about the inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal for the Vikes at the 4-yard line here with 11:16 to go here in the first half. And doubles again. So Hurd will go shotgun formation. Walker in the wing position on the right side. Hurd looking. Throws it late over the middle. Caught there by Ferrier. Ferrier was in the slot on the left side. So touchdown from Hurd to Walker. Or check that to Ferrier, number 34. We can get away with that in the radio. We just say check it when we have to correct it, and then we just announce the right player. So Hurd to Ferrier from 4 yards out, and Hurd for the extra point try. Wyatt Johnson to put it down. Gilliard to snap. Kick is up. And good. It's true by Tristan Hurd. So 10:54 to go here in the first half. Vikes up 35-0. On your Hanson Excavating scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. Once again, big shout out to Grizzly Lanes watching and listening back in Bigfork, Montana. I'll be back with a kickoff here momentarily. All right, we're ready for kickoff here. With 10:54 to go, that means the clock will probably wind the rest of the way as long as it stays 35. So kicking off is Troy Alford. Last one went in the end zone for a touchback. Actually, the last 2 ended up in the end zone. And Blodnick, along with Golly back deep to receive the kick of Troy Alford for Bigfork here. And Alford ready, the Vikes ready. Here's his kick. This one's going to be a little bit shorter at about the 15-yard line. Ooh, collision right there. Blodnick on the return. Brought down there by 61. It's Wickwire again. That's 2 special team tackles by Tyler Wickwire. He tackles him at about the 28-yard line, so 13 yards on the return by Blodnick. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 28. Matty P listening out there. He told me he was going to. The AD for Bigfork. So we'll send a single receiver out each side, one wide right, one wide left. Split backs behind Golly in shotgun formation for the Copperheads. Look, hands it up right up the middle. Got some running lane, but Gilliard was right there, along with Nick Walker on the handoff to Blodnick.
Walker and Gilliard on the play for the Vikings. No gain on the play.
And no gain right at the 28. It will make it 2nd and 10 for the Copperheads. Looked like Blodnick had some speed, but right there was Walker and Gilliard to meet him immediately and push him back for no gain. So same formation, receiver on each side. Split backs behind Golly. Shotgun formation for the Copperheads. Snap. Fakes it, tosses it out, looking like a pass. Late, throws it up in the air. Right there. And on the coverage was Kanopik and trying to hit Gabe Golly. And the flag would initially indicate offensive pass interference as Kanopik had position. We'll see what they call here. And they do. Offensive pass interference as Kanopik looking to pick it off, and Golly hits him from behind at about the 47-yard line of Anaconda. So that's going to be a penalty. Nice coverage there by Cole. And that'll be a 15-yard variety. Takes it back to the 18-yard line. Check that. Like 10 yards. My bad. It'll be bring up 2nd and 20 for their own from their own 18 for the Copperheads here. 8:49 to go and counting here in the first half. Shotgun formation. Golly looking to throw. Tucks it. He's going to run it outside. Oakes runs him out of bounds. Back near the original line of scrimmage. So picked up about 10. We'll see where they actually he's out at the 25-yard line. And short by about 4 yards to bring up 3rd and 14 for Anaconda. But being a 35-point difference, the clock will continue to run. Brings up 3rd and 14. Doubles for Anaconda. Single setback next to Golly's shotgun formation. Looking to tucks it. No, he has nowhere to go. Right there, Ethan Rodriguez and Nick Walker on the sack. Flag flies about the 19-yard line. And face mask is going to be called against the Vikings. We'll see if this is a 5-yard variety or 15. Well, I just gave the face mask, but he didn't give the personal foul face mask, but they marked it as a 15-yard penalty. That'll take it all the way out to the 34. That means it was a personal foul face mask, which is 15 yards. It'll take it out to the 34-yard line. They got to get out to the 38. It should bring up – that should be 3rd and 4. Timeout will be taken by Anaconda as they sort this one out. on the penalty. It should be third down, I think, instead of fourth. We'll be back here. Timeout, Anaconda, here. With 7:16 to go. Stop the clock. Oh. Well, the clock keeps running. The timeout should be stopped. And 35-0 on your Flathead Mortgage scoreboard. I'll be back.
During a timeout.
We'll see if they adjust the
Well, we got third
clock.
for the Heads.
Well, third down and 4. A long 4. Shotgun formation is Golly. Single setback doubles. Receivers either side. Oh, he had him wide open across the 41 and misses him.
Intended for Sawyer, falls incomplete. That'll bring up
Pass intended for Tommy Sawyer falls incomplete. Now it's fourth down. Looks like 4th and 4 at the 34.
Tommy Sawyer back.
And Sawyer to punt back deep. It's Isaac Epperly along with Jackson Nelson. On the ground, they're going to lose him. He's going to lose all the way back inside the 15. So the snap, a bad snap by the center. And Wyatt Johnson right there to tackle Sawyer inside. They're going to mark it at the 15-yard line. So it'll give the Vikings a short field.
Overhead 15-yard line.
And 1st and 10 from the Copperheads 15 for the Vikes. With just about 6 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll send Twins out to the right side. Single setback on the left side of Hurd. Hurd looking. Oh, a little shuttle pass underneath to Walker from his wing spot.
Walker, the ball carrier.
A nice little shuttle pass underneath to Walker. Walker takes it down to the 10, picks up 5 on the play, and that'll bring 2nd and 5 for the Vikings. So the Vikings running stuff on offense they haven't run yet. And Nelson next to Hurd in the backfield. Twins out to the right, Epperly and Kanopic. Snap. Gets it off to Jackson Nelson. Jackson Nelson runs it inside the 5. That'll be enough for first down. Gets it down to about the 4 or 3-yard line. Now spotted at the 4. Picks up 6 on the play. And that'll be a first down, 1st and goal at about the 4 for the Vikes. Konopke and Epperly out to the left side on the wide side of the field. Hurd, shotgun formation. Nelson next to him. Again, up Nelson. Nelson's going to run it right up the middle. He gets tackled about the 2.
Gain of about 2.
It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line
Kriskovich and
for the Vikes.
on the tackle. I'll bring up 2nd and goal for the Vikings.
Riley Kriskovich in on the tackle for Anaconda. Epperly in the slot left side. Konopke way wide left. Hurd, shotgun formation. Look. Throws it over the middle late. Oh, on the crossing route, the tight end. That's
Touchdown Vikings.
Bryce Gilliard right over the middle, and Hurd completes the pass to him from 2 yards out for the touchdown. And Hurd will come on for the extra point try. Johnson to put it down. Gilliard, who just caught the touchdown, will snap it for the Vikings.
Can I get all Copperhead royalty behind the Copperhead bench on the other side of the football field on the the track to meet immediately.
Good snap put down by Johnson. Hurd's kick is up. It's true. Right down the middle by Tristan Hurd. So 3:45 and counting. And the Vikings up 42-0 here on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard. Hey, interior and exterior painting and staining, pressure washing, parking lot striping, property caretaking, Chip Gilliard, 1080 Swan Horseshoe Drive, Bigfork, Montana, 210-7794 or chipgilliard@yahoo.com. Gilliard Painting, appropriate with his son catching the touchdown. I'll be back with a kickoff of the rest of the first half here from Anaconda, Montana. Oh, back deep is Blodnick and Golly to receive for Anaconda. And Troy Alford to kick off from his own 40 for the Vikings.
I don't know, wait. It should run. It should run. Unless there's a timeout.
From the 10, going to bring it up the right side. Oh, a little bear hug there. Brought down.
Gabe Galley on the return for the Copperheads. Wickwire on the tackle.
Wickwire, Tyler Wickwire. This is third special teams tackle
Remind all royalty.
by Tyler Wickwire, number 61, on the return by the Copperheads.
Royalty.
I believe that was Golly on the return. And Wickwire with the tackle about the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Anaconda from their own 22. And about 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Shotgun formation, split backs on either side of Golly. Look, hands it off right up to Nick. Nick Walker reaches out.
Blodnick the ball carrier.
Blodnick on the carry.
Walker on the tackle for the Vikings. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Also, Wyatt Johnson helping out Walker. He'll take it out to the 25-yard line. And we'll call it 2nd down and 7. They got to get out to the 32 for the Copperheads. Receivers on either side, one right, one left. And Golly will go in shotgun formation. Split backs on either side for the Copperheads. Snap, a little high, but puts it down, hands it off. Blodnick on the carry. Ferrier meeting him right there, along with Johnson. Wyatt Johnson in on the tackle at about the 29, or check that, yes, 29-yard line.
3rd and a long 3 for the Heads.
We'll call it 3rd and 3 for Anaconda with 1:40 and counting here in the first half. One receiver out to the right. Gabe Golly on the left side. Shotgun formation for Golly. Split backs. High snap. Hands it off. Right up the middle. Right there in the backfield meeting him. See that number for Bigfork. It was 51 in on the tackle.
On the play.
Manny Baldy
For the Heads. Baldy on the tackle for the Vikings.
back to the 28-yard line. So it loses about a yard to bring up 4th and 4 or for Anaconda. They'll punt. Sawyer back to punt. Nelson, Epperly back deep to receive at about their own 45. Snap bounces it, but getting off the kick is Sawyer. It's going to go up the left side and out of bounds.
Sawyer's punt goes out of bounds.
We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 48 of Bigfork. So no return on the punt by Sawyer. Bigfork first down from their own 48 with 36 seconds to go. And if I'm a betting man, Jim Ben is just going to kneel on it and let the first half run out and go to the locker room. So Hurt going in. I think Ben's probably going to tell him just take a knee and let the clock run out. 20 seconds is counting. It may not even have to run a play here in the first half. The referee walking. I see no signal from the back judge that it's 5 seconds or less, so that's going to run out the first half. And that's the way it should be.
That's the end of the first half. We will go ahead.
So the Vikings lead this one at halftime. On your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard, it's homecoming here for Anaconda, and the Vikings lead 42-0 here from Anaconda, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows, glad to be with you here Friday night's Viking football here in Anaconda, Montana. I'll be back with halftime and get your halftime stats. Matty P, I know, will send me that so I have halftime stats. I'll be back momentarily here from Anaconda, Montana. The Vikings lead 42-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. All right, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana. Had a little trouble with reception trying to get my email so I could get you the stats. And halftime is brought to you by Hanson Excavating. Demolition, site preparation, excavating, grading in business for 30 years. Fred Hanson, 837-1051 or hansonexcavating.com. Take a look at half your time stats. Big Fork's 28 in the first, 14 in the second, 42 overall. Take a look at the scoring plays. First score was with 10:27 to go. Joseph Ferrier for 6 yards out. Point after by Herb was good. Then Herb pass complete to Gilliard for 67 yards. And the point is good at 14-0 at 8:24 of the first quarter. With 5:02 left, Hurd completes a pass to Isaac Epperle for 1 yard. Extra point good, 21-0. 2:17 to go in the first quarter. Hurd completes pass for 21 yards to Epperle, and Hurd's kick is good, 28-0. In the second quarter, with 10:54 to go, Hurd's pass complete to Ferrier for 4 yards, and 35-0. Hurd's kick is good. And then with 4:15 to go, Hurd completes to Bryce Gilliard from 1 yard out, 42-0, as his extra point is good. Overall, total offense, it shows Bigfork with 270, Anaconda with 1. Anaconda has run 22 plays, Bigfork 25. Passing 214 yards for Hurd, 12 for Anaconda, 3 of 6 for Anaconda, no interceptions. 12 of 19 for Hurd, and 5 touchdowns, no interception. Rushing 56 yards to -11 for Anaconda. Bigfork only running the ball 6 times in the first half, 16 for Anaconda. Receiving 214 yards, again 12 completions, 17.8 per catch, 3 completions, 4 yards. No penalties. They had penalties, but they're not marked here. I know there was lots of penalties. Turnovers, show no turnovers. Bigfork did not punt the ball. Anaconda 5 times for 24.6 average. Defensive sacks 2 for 11 yards for Bigfork. Time of possession 13:31 for Bigfork in 10 minutes for Anaconda. First downs 13-2 for Anaconda, for 13 for Bigfork. Third down conversion 4 of 5 for Bigfork, 2 of 7 for Anaconda. And fourth down conversions, 1 by Anaconda, 1 of 1 for Bigfork. Taking a look, Blodnick passing 2 of 5 for 10 yards. Godley 1 for 1 for 2 yards. Hurd 12 of 18, 214 yards and 5 touchdowns. Epperle shows him 0 for 1. Ferrier 3 runs for 34 yards. 1 touchdown, 11.3 average. Wyatt Johnson 1 for 13. And Nelson 2 for 9. Like I said, they only ran the ball 6 times in the first half. Sawyer 2 for -1, and Nathan Blodnick 13 for -13. Looking on the receiving side, Golly 2 for 10 yards. Emmett third, 1 for 2. Not Walker's 3 for 86, 28.7. Gilliard 3 for 68, 22.7 yard average, and 2 touchdowns. Epperle 3 for 31 and 2 touchdowns. Cole Konopke 1 for 16. Wyatt Johnson 1 for 9, and Ferrier 1 for 1 and a touchdown for Bigfork. On the defensive side, Nathan Blodnick leading the way with 1.5. Cole Sampson with 0.5. For Bigfork, Nick Walker leading the way with 2 sacks and 4.5 total. Wyatt Johnson right behind him with 4 tackle for loss. Tyler Wickwire 3 solos on special teams, doing a great job. Bryce Gilliard 2.5. Nelson 2.5. Manny Baldy 1.5. And Epperle, Malachi Comley 1 apiece. Ferrier 0.5, along with Evan Tidwell. And then Ethan Rodriguez and Landon Byerman, all with a 0.5. Credit with a 0.5. Kicking Bigfork 6-6 was Hurd. Punting says Nathan Blodnick, but actually it was number 10 Sawyer kicking 5 for 120 yards. No punting for Bigfork. Epperle on the punt returns 2 for 13. Ferrier 2 and Nelson 1. Kickoff returns Bigfork, or kickoffs 1 kickoff by Troy. Some of these stats are obviously not correct. Returns Nathan Blockett 2 for 24. Sawyer 1 for 15 and 1 for 14 team overall. So overall, the Vikings look good in the first half, 42-0 here at halftime. Again, brought to you by Hanson Excavating. I'll be back with the second half from Anaconda, Montana. 406-270-7384. Let me know that you're listening out there. Matt, thanks for the stats. And we'll be back here with the second half from Anaconda, Montana. Well, Grizzly Lanes score at halftime is 42-0. The Vikings lead. So NFHS couldn't hear the last score you said. The music is a little loud here. So thanks to the folks at Grizzly Lanes listening out there. Vikings lead at halftime 42-0. 42-0 at halftime. Yes. All right, welcome back to Anaconda. Get ready for this, the second half, and it should be Anaconda receiving. Got to do a few shout-outs there. Here, if I can get to my... So, Jack Grenier and Corbin's listening back in Bigfork. Also, Gerald Brevik out hunting camp in the Missouri Breaks, listening as well. Those guys at Grizzly Lanes listening. It's 42-0 at halftime. If you guys didn't catch that. Marine Hines sends me a message as well. They're listening as well. Matt P. I'm sure there's others out there. So thanks for tuning in to the broadcast here from Anaconda, Montana. Dan Wallen and Bob Hand doing the stats. Yep. That's how I get my stats. You thought I probably got them from ESPN. So anyway, those guys doing a great job. Gets those up here so we can give you two at halftime, and then we'll give you full game stats. Well, the scoreboard is they're resetting the scoreboard. Looked like it locked up here. So second half kickoff, getting ready to go here. Brought to you by Flathead Mortgage. Flathead Mortgage lender in Bigfork. It's 8000 Montana Highway 35, Bigfork, Montana. Scott Richner, 406-253-3929 or srichner32 at gmail.com for your mortgage needs. Well, looks like the Vikings will kick off here to start the second half here from Anaconda, Montana. Friday Night Lights, Vikings on the road. They'll be home for the next 3 weeks as they've been road warriors the first half of the season. Only one game at home so far, so 3 more to go. So Troy Alford to kick off for Bigfork. And looks like number 11, Gabe Golly, and number 1, Nathan Blodnick, will be back deep to receive, about their 10-yard line on the kick for Alford to start the second half here from Anaconda, Montana. We're ready to go. Here's the kick. A little bit short, about the 17-yard line. Blodnick. And Wickwire missed it. They blocked him that time. Wasn't going to let him in on the tackle.
Brings it out to about the 28-yard line.
It looks like 21 again in on the tackle for Bigfork. That's Malachi Comley
Conley on the tackle
for the Vikings. Gets him down at the 29. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Copperheads from their own 29-yard line here. And they'll go on offense. And they'll go shotgun formation. Receiver on each side. Split backs behind Golly in shotgun formation for Anaconda. Hand to the second guy through. Tackle out near the 25-yard line. Carry by Sawyer. He's still down on the field. Slowly getting up.
Rodriguez on the tackle.
Ethan Rodriguez in on the tackle for Bigfork. So take it out to the 35-yard line, a pickup of about 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4 for Anaconda at their own 35. Again, the Vikings in that 3-4-4 defense. Looks like I got some of the reserves already in the ball game for Bigfork. Golly, shotgun formation, split backs. Going to hand it off right there. Baldy in the backfield making the tackle. I believe that was on Sawyer. And takes it back to the 34-yard line, so a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd and 5, a long 5 for Anaconda, is Manny Baldy right in from his defensive end position to make the tackle. Receiver each side, and shotgun formations. Golly, ball off the turf, and a low snap, and nowhere for Golly to go.
Ball snapped on the ground.
in on the tackle again, Baldy, along with Nick Walker, and they'll take him back to the 31. So
Woodwire in on the tackle.
it'll bring up 4th down and 8 from the 31.
Tommy Sawyer.
Sawyer to punt, back deep. Epperly, along with Jackson Nelson, just inside their 40-yard line. Snap. Kick is up, right side. Going to let it roll down. Blodnick right there. He'll touch it down at about the 34-yard line.
Sawyer's punt down at the 34-yard line.
Check that. They're going to spot it at the 35.
35.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 35-yard line here in the third quarter with 8:43 and counting. So Epperly in at quarterback and some backups in. So I'll have to get these names. 2 receivers out to the left side. Epperly at quarterback, shotgun formation. Single setback next to him. Motion. They'll give the handoff there to 21. Flag flies up the left side. Blodnick, or check that, number 7. Corey Golly takes Malachi Comley out of bounds, but a flag in the backfield. Takes it inside down to the 48 of Anaconda, but I believe this one's coming back. This could be a holding call on Bigfork. We'll wait here momentarily to see that. What's going on? Nice run there by Comley, though. So they'll mark it off 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Looks like a holding call on Bigfork. So from the 37 should take it all the way back to the 27.
That'll bring up 1st and 20 for the Vikings.
They marked it back at the 22 as 15 yards. Penalty. They got to get all the way out to the 45. 1st and 23. Hand off. Landon Byerman out the right side. He gets across the 30. Still running. Cuts it back in 40. He's out across the 45. I thought the 46. A flag in the backfield.
First down Vikings, but we have another penalty on the Vikings.
Nice run there by Byerman. And momentarily, somebody on the far side down, and I believe it's an Anaconda Copperhead, a dark jersey from here, but I can't see the number. Trainer's out looking. See, I couldn't see who's quite down yet. Penalties on Bigfork. So Bigfork going the wrong way. They'll take it from the 15. They'll take it back to the 7. They can't go half the distance to the goal on the penalty. Yeah, actually, they'll mark it at the 7. You got to go all the way out to the 45. So 38 yards. It's like 1st and 38 or 1st and Deer Lodge from here. Looking around, Florence leads Thompson Falls 21-8 at the half. Deer Lodge, Bigfork leading. Eureka leading Loyola 33-7 is a final with Eureka at Loyola beating the Rams. Thompson Falls, Troy, that's volleyball. 3-0. Valkyries will take on Thompson Falls tomorrow. Eureka beat Troy 3-0. So Epperly will go shotgun formation. 2 receivers out the right side. Motion. Gonna hand it off. Outside, nice blocking up front. On the carry for Bigfork is number 31. Blodnick on the tackle. And 31 for Bigfork is Thomas Eberly. He takes it out to the 19-yard line.
Vikings.
So,
You got a timeout on the field.
timeout taken here. Look around the rest of the scores here.
How much is it for?
Everybody wants to get their 50-50 tickets out. We'll go ahead and read that number.
So, again,
The winner tonight will get
a final, Eureka beating Loyola 33-7. We'll have Loyola next week at home in homecoming.
320-484.
Florence leading again Thompson Falls 21-8 at the half. So that's ball games in Florence. So Thompson Falls putting up a fight against Florence.
320.
See if there's any other scores around
He's walking. He's on the helmet. I think
the league.
Is that him walking over there? Yeah, that's his. No, it's not. No, it's not him. They're still looking at him. Riley's with him. The trainer's with him.
So Bigfork will come out from the 19-yard line. They got to get out to the 45.
Where? Are you going to the hospital?
And 2nd and 26 for Bigfork. Epperly shotgun formation, split backs or single back next to him.
Whatever.
Motion goes
His knee.
calmly. Gonna race it up outside, brought down, tackled, wrestled down to the ground, and trying to catch that number for Anaconda. That's number 11. Gabe Golly on the tackle. And 21 for Bigfork is Malachi Comley. It takes it out across the 20, I believe that out to the 23, excuse me. Picked up 4. So it's 3rd and 22.
It's always on defense.
So receivers on either side. A lot of substitutes in. Got to get in the right place. Epperly will go in shotgun formation for the Vikes. Going to hand it off. Nice block up front. Getting outside. Hey, number 12 for Bigfork. Sam Plummer takes it out.
Zach Blodnick and
Blodnick on the tackle. Takes it out to the 38, so good return on yardage. That'll bring up 4th and 7. And looks like Alford will come on to punt. The first punt for Bigfork here. And back deep. Looks like Blodnick going back to receive for Anaconda. Inside his own 35. And Troy Alford back in punt formation for the Vikes. With 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. Punt way up in the air. Come down. Hits at the 40, takes an Anaconda bounce. But right there for Bigfork.
44-yard line.
Touching it down for the Vikes coming off the field, number 51. Touches it down at the 42-yard line. That was Manny Baldy on the coverage. Took a hop from the 40, headed towards better field position for Anaconda, but right there was Baldy to touch it down at the 42. So 1st and 10 for the Copperheads. Check that from the 41-yard line. And 4:35 and counting here to go in the ball game, or excuse me, in the third quarter. So Anaconda will come out. A single receiver on each side. Shotgun formation for Golly. Split backs with Golly in the backfield. Loses it. Blodnick right there. Oh, brought down. 21 on the stop.
Blodnick taken down in the back.
Malachi Comley gets in there quickly.
Loss of 5 on the play.
loses it back to the 37-yard line. And second and about 14 or 15. Some extra guys getting in the ball game tonight, making some plays for the Vikes. They'll go receivers on either side, split backs. And Gottlieb's shotgun formation for Anaconda. Snap gets away from him, has to fall on it. And nobody gets credit for that tackle. All the way back to the 29-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd and long for the Copperheads.
We'll call it 3rd and 22. He's got to get out to the 49 of Bigfork. He's back at the 29.
Brandon Gwynn was the winner of tonight's 50-50.
3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And it's third down. Receivers on either side for Anaconda. Golly. Shotgun formation. Split backs on either side. Here's the snap. He's going to hand it off to Blodnick. Going up the left side. And grabbed and thrown down immediately. Flag flies. That's Troy Alford on the play. That could be a face mask.
Got a penalty marker on the play.
We'll see. That's on the far side.
Alford on the tackle for the Vikings.
And this indication. Personal foul, face mask. The way he went down, the way Alfred grabbed him, that's what it looked like from here. That'll cost him 15 on Bigfork and takes it right out to the 50. And we'll bring up 3rd and 1.
After the penalty, that brings up 3rd and 1 for the Copperheads.
So 3rd and 1 for Anaconda. They'll hustle up to the line right at midfield, right at the 50. Put receivers on either side. Golly, shotgun formation. Split backs behind him. Snap, good snap. Right up the middle. They're going to crosses the 50. Forward progress should give them the first down. The flag flies late.
Got a penalty marker.
Comley in on the tackle for Bigfork, number 12. And the referee threw that pass. It'll be close, right at the 49 of Bigfork. They're looking across to see personal foul against Anaconda. It looked like they had the first down. Now that's going to push them back instead of being 1st and 10. That'll cost them 15. So personal foul, 15-yard penalty against Anaconda. It'll remain 3rd down, but it's going to take them all the way back inside to the 36-yard line. So 3rd and 15 from the 36 because they got to get to the Viking 49-yard line. They got to move the down marker. He's still got it on the 50. He's got to move all the way back to the 36. There he goes. So 3rd and 15 for Anaconda from their own 36-yard line with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter from Anaconda, Montana. 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know.
Why is it 1st down? Isn't that 3rd down? Should be 3rd.
A nice picture from, I see Mrs. Gilliard, Mrs. Johnson watching there from Grizzly Lanes. Split backs. Golly's going to hand it off. Blodnick right there. And
Blodnick, the ball carrier. Give about 3.
59 in on the tackle for the Vikes. That's Andrew Wallen. And 5 Thorness in on the tackle. They'll get it out to the 38-yard line. I thought that was third down. It must have been personal foul after the first down. That's what it had to be. Okay. So that's what it was. That's why it was first down. It was after the play was the personal foul. So they got the first down. Anyway, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation, throws it out wide, catches it. But right there, number 13 for Bigfork on the catch by Gabe Galley. He had no chance. As the ball out to him, he catches it. And right there, number 13, Maddox Mater making the tackle. Flag flies in the backfield. This is going to be against Anaconda. This is an unsportsmanlike conduct. And that might be against Gabe, who was – it was on Bludnick. Gabe was not happy with the pass because he was set up to fail because Mater read it and was right there after the catch, and he had nowhere to go. They'll take it all the way back to the 15-yard line, and they got to get out to the 46. Okay. So let's see what down it is over there. They'll mark it at the 15. Should be second down or third down. Check that because the penalty is after the fact. So it is third down from the 15 and 3rd and 31. And they'll go Twins out to the left side. Nope, that is it. They got lined up, and the clock ran out here in the third quarter. No points put up on the boards. We'll be back with the fourth quarter as the Vikings lead 42-0 on your Gilliard Painting scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. The fourth quarter coming up here from Anaconda. And thanks for the picture from Grizzly Lanes. I'm not sure who took that. I see Rebecca there. I'm wondering who's that behind you, Rebecca, and then Mrs. Johnson as well. Thanks for tuning in and listening to Bigfork Vikings football here on Friday night. I'll be back with the fourth quarter here from Anaconda, Montana momentarily. All right, we're back here in Anaconda, Montana. And so thoughts and prayers out to Galley, the quarterback for Anaconda went down and headed to the hospital, something with his knee. So I won't give any more details on that, but thoughts and prayers out to them for some good news. So it looks like Anaconda shotgun formation. I'll get you who the quarterback is now. He'll do the handoff right up the middle. 59 and coming up off the deck in on the tackle. It's kind of hard to see from here. Number 72. That's Felix Zamberg's in on the tackle for Bigfork. Fourth down, and Anaconda will punt. And looking like at quarterback is Shane Schock, number 18 now. And looks like Sawyer will be punting for Bigfork. Or check that for Anaconda. I'm trying to see who's back deep because it's not Nelson and it's not Epperly. Back to receive the punt inside their own 50. So Sawyer, kick. Nice kick there. And kicks it over the head. He's going to let it go. That's 31 for Bigfork. Back to receive. Thomas Eberly. Rolls down to the Bigfork 32. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikes here. Hey, Brenda Jort and Jort crew listening out there. Thanks, Brenda. Hello to you as well. And Brad Stodchill. And Stodchill listening out there. Thanks, Brad, as well. Him in the UPS store. Thanks for tuning in to Viking football. 10:45 and counting. Vikings will go on offense. And I think it is Epperly at the quarterback. Single set back next to him. Split receivers on either side. Epperly's going to handle off to Plummer. Plummer running out to the left side. He's out near the 40. Kicks going across to the 45 out to about the 46 or 47-yard line.
It'll be a first down Vikings.
Looks like number 3 in on the tackle.
By Colin Sampson.
Colin Sampson on the far side. But Plummer gets it out across the 45 to the 46. And a first down for Bigfork. So the Vikings playing all their reserves, or backups, if you will, in certain positions. Epperly, even though he starts at right receiver, he's a backup at quarterback. So Byerman out wide to the right. Another receiver on the left side. Epperly, single setback. Plummer next to him on his left side. Shotgun formation. Snap. Inline handoff. Gets it off the 21 from Plummer. Plummer across the 45, inside the 45 of Anaconda. Gets tripped up.
First down, tackle made by Sampson.
Sampson was able to trip up on the counter play there by Comley. And another first down for Bigfork at about the 42-yard line of Anaconda. So 2 receivers, twins, out to the right side for Bigfork. Epperly, shotgun formation. Plummer on his right side. From the 42. Here's the snap. Hands it off. Gets it up to Comley. Comley at 40. He's down to the 35. Taken down there by number 16 for Anaconda at the 34-yard line. Brody Galley on the tackle. And penalty in the backfield. Picked up of 8, but it's going to go against the Vikings, it looks like. Holding on Bigfork. That'll cost him 10 from the 44.
Holding on the Vikings.
It should take it back to the 46, and it will. So first down for the Vikes. And about 22. Epperly, shotgun formation, twins on the left side. Single setback next to him. He's going to hand it off. This time to Plummer, looks like. Plummer up the right side.
Plummer ball carrier, tackle made by Brody Galley, Nate Blodnick.
Brody Galley, Nate Bodnick on the tackle.
That'll bring up second.
And takes it back into Anaconda territory at the 48-yard line. Got to get down to about the 32. Looks like 2nd and 16, if I did the math right. So 2nd down. Epperly still a quarterback for the Vikes. Plummer off his left side. Twins. 2 receivers on the right side for Bigfork. On the near side or short side here in Anaconda. Motion. Handoff. To the left side. He's going down inside the 40. Down to about the 39 on the carry there by number 31 for Bigfork, Thomas Eberly. And they'll mark it and spot it right at the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 8. The defensive back on the far side making the tackle for Anaconda. Epperly, shotgun. Plummer, right side. This time twins out to the left side for Bigfork. At 3rd and 8 from the 40. Motion goes Landon Byerman. Meant to hand off to him and bobbled it as Epperly, so he takes it down to the 42.
Nice play.
Bring it back to the original line of scrimmage and bring up 4th and 10.
4th and 10.
Looks like the timing or mesh point was slightly off. Byerman probably moved a little bit early. Epperly wasn't ready for him. Shout out to Jerry Taylor. Can't stay away listening. Even though your grandsons have graduated, you can still listen, Jerry. And thanks for tuning in to Viking football. Friday night lights, 4th and 10 for the Vikes, and they'll go for it. Shotgun formation for Epperly. He's going to hand it off. Gets it to Plummer. Plummer, 40, 35, trying to fight off and get to the first down. And Plummer is going to be short of the first down. Tackled there by number 34.
Tackle made by Thomas Fortier.
I'm looking forward.
On downs.
Oh, there we go. Thomas Fortier on the tackle for Anaconda. It'll be turnover on downs, and they'll get the ball at their own 34-yard line. And 1st and 10 for Anaconda. 4:55 and counting to go in the ball game, and the Vikings leading 42-0 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard here from Anaconda, Montana. Thanks to all you guys listening out there. Friday Night Lights. Vikings will be home for the next 3 weeks. Homecoming next week, 7 o'clock. You're going to want to be there. They take on Loyola the Rams in homecoming action. Shotgun formation. Split backs. You're going to hand it off.
Tommy
Sawyer on the carry. 71 for Bigfork along with Plummer. So 71 for Bigfork. Evan Tidwell in on the tackle. Takes it out to the 37-yard line. Picks up a couple. We'll call it 3, 2nd down and 7 for Anaconda. So Evan Tidwell along with Plummer on the tackle for the Vikings. Dan'll be happy hearing about his son making a tackle. So Shane Schock at quarterback. Shotgun formation. Split backs either side. Receiver on either side. Right and left. Winds up. Throws it. Check that. Number 16, Brody Golly. They changed numbers on me, trying to throw me. I'm sitting fastball. They throw a curveball. And anyway, flag in the middle of the field at about the 40. Oh, he's going to wave it off. No penalty. Probably because the pass was uncatchable, I'm guessing. As Godley threw that one in the dirt. Or the grass in this case. The saying is you throw it in the dirt. But he actually throws it into the grass. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Copperheads. 2:42 to go in the ball game. Single receiver on either side. I think Golly's still in the quarterback. Split backs. He hands it off. Up the middle. And in on the tackle. 61 Wickwire. There's Wickwire again. Along with 71 for the Vikes. That's Tidwell. He'll take it out to the 36-yard line. Brings up 4th down. And we'll call it 4th and 8 on the carry by Anaconda. And 31 for Bigfork. We'll go back deep. That's Thomas Eberly inside his 30. And Sawyer to kick inside his 25 to receive. We'll stand back about his 20 now. Waiting for the snap. 1:43 to go. Snap is good. And a good punt there by Sawyer. Eberly grabs it at his 26-yard line and taken down as he crosses the 25. And 54, it looks like. Fortier on the tackle for Anaconda. So Eberle returns it out to the 31-yard line. Minute 9 and counting, and I think this is kneel down time for Bigfork. And I know Jim Benn, and that's what he's probably going to do here. It looks like Eberle back deep, I believe, to catch the snap and probably kneel it down with 40 seconds to go. Snap. Yep, takes a knee.
All right, Copperhead fans, if you could please help clean up.
Check that. That's number 33,
Stadium, that would be much appreciated.
Jaden West, a freshman, taking the knee. So takes it back to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up second down, but they won't run another play. And a nice job, nice sportsmanship, showing up 42-0 by the Vikes and taking a knee there. But that's Jim Benn and the crew and the coaching crew for the Vikings. So homecoming night, congratulations to the Vikings. They'll move to 5-0 on the season. Homecoming coming up next week, 7 o'clock. Pregame, or not pregame, but you want to be there early. I'm going to tell you next week at home as we take on the Loyola Rams. Kickoff about 7 o'clock. The Vikings win this one 42-0 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. I'll be back with post-game and your post-game stats here from Anaconda, Montana, as the Vikings win this one 42-0. Again, thanks to all you guys out there listening. I wouldn't be here unless you were listening, so thanks for listening here, Friday Night Lights. I'll be back with your full game stats here momentarily from Anaconda, Montana. All right, welcome back to Anaconda, Montana postgame, and brought to you by Flathead Mortgage, mortgage lender in Bigfork, 8000 Montana Highway 35, Bigfork, Montana. Scott Richter, 406-253-3929, srichter32 at gmail.com. Waiting for my full game stats from Mr. P. To give you what happened for the ball game. The Vikings win this. Didn't score anything in the second half, 42-0, as a lot of the reserves got into play. Eberle played a little bit of quarterback in the second half as well, giving Tristan Hurd some rest. talking about that. Nice job. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Gabe Galley, the quarterback for Anaconda, who went down and had to be taken to the hospital. So hopefully everything is okay with him and they get good test results. You hate to see that by anybody when they play football. So Matt P., if you're listening, if you send me the stats, the full game stats, if you got them, again, stats be taken on Scout out there. Don't forget, I'll be on the air tomorrow as the Bigfork Valkyries take on the Thompson Falls Hawks, or Lady Hawks, Lady Blue Hawks, if you will, from Thompson Falls, Montana. Varsity scheduled for 4 o'clock, about 3:45 with pregame. Should have a pregame interview with Ariel Stolnek, the head coach for the Valkyries. Trying to get an update on some of the other scores around on the scoreboard here. Of course, Eureka beat Loyola already 33-7. Looking around, that was last week. Trying to get some other updates around. Don't have a final, but Florence was leading Thompson Falls 21-8 at halftime. And trying to get your final stats. If I don't get it, I'm going to just cut it off here momentarily from Anaconda, Montana. Flathead Mortgage, thanks to you guys. Thanks to Scott Ritzner. Hey, Grizzly Lanes, if you're wanting a sponsor, let me know. Just contact me or contact Rebecca Gilliard there. She knows how that's done. Thanks to all my sponsors out there. Appreciate that. It makes it possible for me to be able to drive and get down here and bring on the games to you. So doesn't look like I'm going to get full game stats here from Anaconda, Montana, just after 9 o'clock. Bigfork taking pictures. So I'm just going to wrap things up. Your final is 42-0. Vikings moved to 5-0 on the season. Again, we'll take on Loyola and next Friday night, 7 o'clock at home. They're home the rest of the way till the postseason. We'll see what happens there. Taking on the Loyola Rams Friday night tomorrow. It's homecoming next week. So tomorrow, Saturday, Valkyries on the road. Valkyries will be home next week as well for volleyball. Soccer up on the high school football field, 5 and 7 o'clock for homecoming. So you want to come see our soccer program. They did a great job. They play tomorrow, big matchup, especially for the girls who beat Columbia Falls 3-1 earlier this year. They take up there in Columbia Falls tomorrow evening. I believe at 5 and 7 as well. All right, we'll catch you next week at home, as the Vikings will be at home. Catch you tomorrow. Thompson Falls Valkyries take on the Lady Blue Hawks. Once again, this is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikings and the Valley. Glad to be with you from Anaconda, Montana. Your final, 42-0. The Vikings win this one, 5-0 on the season. Thanks for listening out there. Thank you, and good night.